So welcome everybody. I'm going to slowly pan up. This is a stoneware firing of sort of larger pots. I did, let's see, 4 of them at 50 pounds, which I'm going to have to fill them with water, but they're somewhere between 10 and 12 gallons. And then I did some number 12 jars, which I'm guessing are something like 2.5 gallons. That one that's down low is one of those. And let's see if I can get, I'm doing a light so that I can. So looking at the little screen that I'm looking at, I can't tell how much of this is coming out. It's usually better than what I think it looks like. So, 1801, there was a fellow named Dave Drake. Dave, also called Dave the Potter. When I was a child, he was called Dave the Slave, who made, well, he started off working as a typesetter at a newspaper, and something like 1827, they say, he started making pots, and his jars are just amazing. So I thought it'd be fun to try to make a few jars of his type. And as I say, he worked in a print shop, so he could read and write. And he's very famous for writing things on the side of the pots. Things like, and I'm just paraphrasing, but goodwill to men of every nation. I wonder where are my relations. So, that's a pretty amazing thing for a enslaved person to say on the side of a pot. So I did really work at making pots that were kind of like his. I'm doing alkaline glazes on the outside, or wood ashes and some clay dripping on the outside of these pots, which is very much like the South Carolinian glaze. And I thought it was really important that they not look exactly like Dave's pots. So I'm doing his shoulder and some handles kind of like his. And then because of the connection with Connecticut, there was another potter who went to the South from here in Connecticut, from Chester Webster was his name. And he did sgraffito work on his pots, in other words, scratch decoration. So I've sort of incorporated Chester Webster's, sgraffito style of work on jars that are like Dave. And somebody asked me to write Dave on one of the pots, and I said, well, no, I didn't want to go to jail. That's a little too close to, copying him. But I have written on a few of them, thank you, David Drake. And then with the date 2022. Anyway, I think this is enough for here, and I'll pull the pots out of the kiln and show them to you. Okay, all the best. So here we are doing pictures of the interior of the kiln. This is before the kiln was fired. And this is one of the first pictures of looking into the furnace after the firing. I love this glaze. It is so beautiful. You can see just how the drippy, the alkaline wood ash goes down the side of these pots. What happened was there was a sea captain that went from South Carolina to the Orient and came back with this glaze, which is wood ash and clay. So you see this in China, Korea, Japan, and in South Carolina. But this pot's the first one of the big ones I made, and it's about 20, what would you say, 20 inches tall, and maybe this a little bit wider. I put thank you Dave Drake on the side of that under the handle. The next one I did with an apple tree, just to celebrate that I'd grown up in apple orchards here in Connecticut. It says Woodville underneath because that's where I was. This one has a bird looking backwards over its shoulder, and is, that's a typical New England decoration. This is a 2-gallon pot. It's a lot smaller. The other ones were probably 8 to 10 gallons. That one has another apple tree on it, and I think the final one has a fish. After doing these, I'm just going to show we did some porcelain pots made by my friend Rajiv Surendra, who came to visit. I think that was made last September when we did the television show. Okay, you guys, I hope this has been fun to look at, and we'll talk to you another time. This firing was so much fun to do. Okay, talk to you later.